Hello, welcome back to the Garage Rookie. Finally, I'm gonna be finishing the paint job, but I'm gonna show you some of the things that I got. But if you saw the last video, I wasn't able to finish the paint job because I was missing a male and a female fitting for the compressor. When I talked to the guy told me this is all I need, but that wasn't the case. I needed more than that. So I had to go back, buy the correct items, and we're good to go now. So, it was kind of important. But today, we're back, we're locked in, as young people would say, and ready to get this thing painted. So, I'm starting by showing you all the paint that I'll be using in a bit, but the first thing that I need to do is clean up these guns. I'm using two LVLP guns from Aeropro. That's low volume and low pressure. There are some people, these are good though. Sorry, these are good. These are pretty good because people like me who are running a small compressor, it doesn't need a lot of air pressure. So these are very good guns. So, the fact that I couldn't paint it last time and I had to wait, it was a blessing in disguise because it gave me more time to order two new ones. I got one of them is 1.4 millimeters, I think, and the other one is 1.7, but I'll be using the 1.4. So yeah. So what I'm doing right now, because they're fresh out of the box, these guns, they come with a lot of oil. They're like loaded in oil. So probably from the factory to prevent rust during the shipping. And that's why cleaning them is super important. If you skip this step, I would say that oil can contaminate your paint. It can cause fish eyes, uneven flow, it can even prevent from sticking properly. So I would say it's not worth the risk. So make sure that you clean all of your guns, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. I'm also gonna finish putting what is it called? Not paper, plastic around the car, but I'm just gonna let this thing be here in a while. I'm using this type of alcohol, but it's pretty good. All right, so let's go to the plastic wrap. So I show y'all what I did last time, so I'm not gonna do it this time. It's just very basic, and I'll show you the ending. I know there's still some glue left from last time, but it's all good. I can remove the glue with hot water, so not really worry about it. What I'm worrying about is a little bit cloudy right now, but the weather says that it's not gonna rain. So I'm just gonna go for it. All right, so I'm doing this side now. I'm still on the same side that I started actually, but it's way easier. I recommend this. I bought this thing from Amazon. I used it last time again. So it's super helpful. Last time I used paper, and the paper was good, but I ended up using way more tape than I anticipated. So I would just say buy the plastic. It's super helpful. I mean, not helpful, but easy. It just makes your life easier. It's hella windy, so that explains why I'm putting hella tape in this. Yeah, but either way, I'm just gonna move to the windows and then to the right side, to the driver's side, and I will be done. I will be showing you all the final product very soon. But you can see the is grade. What is this color? Grade? No, like green type of thing, which is the primer that I put. It's super nice. I don't have to sand it anymore. I am gonna clean it though with alcohol before starting, but it looks clean. It's pretty clean. All right, so I'm gonna finish doing this, and then I'm gonna move to the next step, which is very important, and which it will be reassembling the gun that I got. I have to make sure that I show you all. Well, I'll try to make sure, if I remember, how to do the settings for them, which is very important because that will determine how much paint I'm putting out as I'm painting the car. But either way, yeah. So this is how easy. Look at this side. You know, it's not as windy as I thought it was going to be for the moment, but this weather like gets crazy. And let me show you the ending product now. So as I'm walking around, just to show you how it looks like, again, I don't want no paint to fall in other areas. So this is why you will see how this area over here has extra, because there was a little hole, so I wanted to make sure I cover everything. So now showing you, and I am gonna cover the antenna with tape, but as for the moment, it's good to go, and I'm moving to the next very important tool. I mean, not tool, but damn, it ripped. So let me grab another glove in a second. But either way, I have to show you all how to reassemble the gun, which is very important. If you never take one apart, it's a quick breakdown that I'm gonna give you. So this is, I think this is a mail for them. So make sure I use the spray cleaner, which is, I think it's like some sort of rubbing, like not, it's like alcohol. It's pretty cold when it lands on your hand, so that's why I'm wearing gloves. So the rear knob controls the fluid flow, basically how much paint you're putting down when you pull the trigger. The side knob, it adjusts the air and it helps fine tune pressure depending on how you spray the pattern. How the pattern looks. And the bottom one, that's how your fan pattern is. So you know how narrow on tight spot or how wide it is. So I would say a good starting point is to open up the fan all the way, and it keeps your pressure around 25 psi at the gun. And then test on a cardboard, and you want to see a nice even mist, not too wet, not too spitting. But look how nasty this thing is. A lot of it already evaporated, but you see yellow. This thing was clear color, and now it's yellow. So let me open up the paint, and I just realized that I'm not wearing a suit yet. So I am gonna put a suit after this because I don't want paint to fall over me. I also like this shoe, so let me grab the ones that I use when I'm working on things. Okay, I am doing a square over here. You don't have to do this. I'm doing this because I don't want no paint to fall on the driveway. So I want to make sure that there's no paint falling over. So I'm gonna put the paint on top of this plastic, so if anything falls, then we're good to go. So this is very important though. I wanted to show you all what's the pattern, and it kind of tells you how to fix the patterns too. If something is coming out too wet or like a circle and so on, it tells you how to adjust the knobs. So this is very important. And this over here, I'm just gonna use it. I know some people don't use them, but I'm just gonna use it. I'm not using the recyclable ones. Although I could use a recyclable one, but this one I'm just gonna use. All right, so we start with the paint job. Okay, so I want to do a nice and even with the first coat. Okay, it's going well. I want to do a nice even. I am standing on top of two boxes, which is very uneven, so I have to jump into the other one like a side step I just did, and then spray it again. So okay, this is looking good. I'm not really worried about putting a heavy coat right now. I just want to put enough. I would say I know there will be spots, but again, I'm not worried about any of that. It's because this is the first coat, and then after that I will start making it more even, the patterns. So yeah, so I'm gonna give you all a second just to watch, but I will say I am having a little bit of a hard time reaching the middle part though, because I don't want to lean too forward on the car, and then yeah, listen. Okay, yeah, I'm still having a trouble there, but it's good to go. I feel like I need a bench. I need to buy like a platform. All right, so I need to show you all something that I was not expecting at all. Started to rain. I can see the drops falling. I thought the paint was coming out very like heavy, and so it was leaving marks. I'm very sure that y'all were able to see the drops falling. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait now. I was not expecting. I checked the weather this morning. It didn't show anything, and here we are. All right, so let me show you this side. Ah, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait it off. It says that it will go away in 20 minutes or 20 to 25 minutes. So I think I'm just gonna wait. Okay, well, it has been enough time. I even had a beer in between, so we're good to go. We'll give it a next try, and then I hope that it doesn't rain anymore. Like start sprinkling and things. But yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so we're setting up the gun again, and we're gonna start with the second one. Okay, so again, you want to put a nice and even pattern. You usually want the gun to be about 6 to 8 inches away from the platform. So that's the pattern that I'm trying to follow right now. I would say I'm very impressed with this gun. It actually does a very good job. So I'm happy that I ended up getting 2 of them. I'm only using one in this case because the cart already had a primer, but I will have used the other one for the primer. But yeah, I'm only using one today. So here we are. I just wanted to show you all. I'm only gonna let me adjust this for a second. Hold up. Trying to find the right setting because I feel like it's coming out a little bit uneven right now. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's do this again. All right, nice. All right. As I go to the other side, I'm gonna see how the pattern looks like right now. So let me see. So again, I'm adjusting the knobs, and the knobs are helping me to find the correct pattern. I kind of want an oval type of thing, like an ellipse. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to find the correct pattern so I can spray the other side, and I hope that it doesn't rain anymore, because if it rains, it makes everything more complicated. But again, I checked the forecast, and it didn't show any rain, so I'm annoyed that it did. But whatever, I'm just gonna have to wait. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're getting there now. Yeah, that's a good one. But it has to be wider. Okay, so we're gonna test it. Let's try it again. I would say though, what is helpful though is to use a paper on the wall, and then this way you can spray there, and then you can see how the pattern is looking like. So right now I'm just using the plastic, but if you have paper, I would recommend you to do the paper first, and then you can move into painting. But I think I'll adjust this a little bit more, and we'll be good to go again. And again, I'm on the second one. Okay, let's do this. Nice. I would say it's hella windy, so you can even see the paint being thrown back to me, I would say. But we're doing it. So this is why I'm getting a little bit closer now. Again, you want to have about 6 to 8 inches away from the paint, from the body. But in my case, because the wind is blowing back the paint to me, man. Alright, it started raining again. You can see the water drops here. I'm showing y'all how it looks like. Man, this is so discouraging. Maybe not discouraging, but just sucks. Last time I was missing the connector for the male and the female, and now it's this. So whatever, I'm gonna wipe it off with this cloth. I would recommend buying this cloth. It's does miracles. So yeah. So I'm gonna remove the water, and then I feel like I'm gonna add a clear coat already, because I'm already done with the paint. There's only a little bit more left, so I'm gonna move to the clear coat. I'm using a 2K one, which is this one. It's pretty good. I would definitely recommend it. You can also just buy the clear for the gun. In my case, we don't have the clear for the gun. We only have spray cans. I also have 2. I'm gonna use 2, but I also have 2 more. All right, so we're gonna spray And I am having difficulty right now because it got super windy after the rain. So literally the clear is getting thrown back to me. So dang it, this is hard. Okay. But it's all good because what I'm going to do is the last step after this is I know there will be some orange peels, in which I'm completely okay with that. It's easy to fix, nothing crazy. So it's all good. Let me see. Just gonna do this a little bit more. Yeah. I'm noticing that there are areas that are more glossier than others, like wet patches that didn't level out right. And that's completely okay because the wind was pushing the clear coat back at me. But, not gonna lie, it's frustrating, but totally fixable. Here's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna let everything, to settle. So in about 20 days, I will say, I will go into wet sanding, probably starting at 1500 and then going up to 2K and then 3K and then pretty much polishing the clear. Also, just in case, I'm gonna buy more clear and I can totally do a retouch again. But it's all good. It came out as best as it could based on the circumstances that were happening. But I'm just gonna go have a beer now because I was not expecting everything to happen. So I'm just gonna chill. And again, it didn't come out as I wanted to, but I would say it's super easy to fix because I just have to polish it and start water sanding the top. So all good to go. Thanks for watching, y'all, and take care. Have a blissful day. Peace.